Hello, I'm Michael. Thanks for joining me. Glad you could make it. Today's topic is how to respond rather than react, particularly in situations where we've been thrown a curveball or a hardball by somebody and we're upset or angry or afraid, and we act very impulsively from those feelings, often experiencing, I believe, that there are consequences to that we're not pleased with later. There's a reason, I think, that we have these impulses. It served us in our evolution. There are things that we need to react to immediately to keep ourselves safe, and we don't have time to think about it. We have to act right away. The problem is that often we're in a situation where there is no immediate danger, and we don't need to do that. We can take a bit more time and think it through. So this is how I propose we could do that. The first thing we need to do is notice that we've been triggered. This is difficult. Often by the time we've noticed, we've already reacted. So here the idea would be that the next time that happens, afterwards, take note. Notice what your body felt like. Notice that I do this because it's like an impulse, right? Notice that. So we have to notice it first. Once we notice that, we stop. Don't move particularly, don't say anything, don't do anything, just stop. Once we've stopped, we can ground, meaning feel the earth beneath our feet. If we're sitting, feel the gravity pulling us to our seat. Just root in our place. We're preparing to, in a sense, take a stand. Not in an aggressive way, but in an effective way. Okay, so once we've grounded, we can center, which means attending to our posture. Be upright, relaxed, but upright. If you're bent one way or the other, just kind of allow the feeling of rootedness to come all the way up through your body. So you're present. It's a way to become physically present. So we're going to notice, we're going to stop, we're going to ground, we're going to center, then breathe. Maybe take a couple nice breaths. We're not going to hyperventilate, but just, and on the out breath, breathe out the tension wrapped up in those impulses to act, so that you're relaxing. You're relaxing. You're finding your poise. Then we look out. See what we see, hear what we see. Just take stock of the environment, and take stock in particular of the person who's just triggered you. Look at them. Just take in what they look like, what their tone seems to be. Just recognize that. It's a way to get a little bit out of our head and preparing ourselves to do something, but we're not quite ready to do something. After having looked out, we reflect. Take some moments to ponder what just happened. What did that mean? Why did they do or say that? How can I understand that? And what are the options that I might consider for how to respond? Should I say something? What should I say? Should I do something? And considering the outcome that we'd like to have, and considering the consequences of some of the options that we might consider, considering that we might not ultimately want those consequences. We can take our time with this. having done all that, having noticed that we were triggered, having stopped, having grounded, having centered, having breathed, having looked out, having reflected and thought about how to best respond, then respond. It may be that our response is to say something like, well, that's interesting. I'm going to have to think about that and get back with you. It may be that we need more time to process things. And I think that's fine. This all doesn't have to take a very long time. Each one of these steps can take just a moment. And the fact is, I think that whatever time we do take is going to be well spent, and that it could save a lot of wasted time later, both for ourselves and other people, to deal with the aftermath of whatever reaction we would have had. We may not have to have, an hour-long row with somebody and then a set of apologies. We may find another way and save that time. And encourage you not to feel pressured by somebody's expectation that you respond immediately, and to give yourself the luxury and the right to be thoughtful about how you respond. I think in the end, even though the person may feel annoyed or impatient in the moment, they will appreciate your thoughtful response. So that's basically it. Let me just go back through and identify. There's 8 points. It sounds like a lot, but if you string them together and think about it, it makes sense, and I think they're fairly easy to remember. First, we notice that we've been triggered. Then we don't do anything. We stop. Just stop. We find our root. We find the earth. We find the place we're going to stand or sit. We center, meaning we bring some dignity and some presence to the situation. We're not lurching forward in attack. We're not cowering in fear. We're just poised and present, centered. Breathe to find some stillness and some relaxation. Look out to tune into the person you're about to respond to. See where they're at, what's their tone, and then think, reflect. What's the best way forward? And then go with that. And if you do this, I believe you'll have a much better outcome than you were going to have otherwise. It's a very useful strategy. So the next time you're in a situation where you feel triggered and you might have gone off and said or done something that you regretted later, try this. Give it a go. And if you do, may it go well for you. Okay, that's it. Again, thanks for joining me today. Please, if you like this video, give me a like and share it with somebody that you think could benefit or be interested in it. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also, below you'll find a description for my online store called Attention Bazaar, and a link for getting there where you can go and browse, and I hope that you can find something that has your name on it, something that sits in a place that's very helpful for you. Okay, that's all for now. Until next time, bye-bye.